Hey Wolfpack, how's it going? So in the previous video I was just talking about how I just find it difficult to trust people and to open up. Well actually I don't find it hard to open up. I'm a very honest, blunt person. That's just in my nature. But I've just opened up to the wrong people, and I've been abandoned and neglected and gaslighted. So it's just hard to trust. For sure. I have a lot of issues with that. I don't like saying that. I don't know why. It just makes me uncomfortable. I'm glad this tea is warm. Anyway, I'm gonna eat some pitahaya. What is it called? Dragon fruit here in the US? It's called pitahaya, right? Pitahaya? Hopefully it's still good. I'm just gonna cut up some parts. Isn't that such a beautiful color? Like, look at all those beautiful ass colors. Yeah, I remember at some point I had such deep trust issues just with everything, because, you know, I was like, oh my god, everything's genetically modified, or this or that, or, you know, like with food or even water, because let's be honest, they contaminate the fuck out of water, even the air. I was just afraid to exist, to be honest. It was a really rough point. And that's when Maria decided to lock me up. Did it help? No, it made things worse. So, yeah. Because they just indoctrinated the fuck out of me, you know, with religion. I don't know, I think it was Evangelio? Some stupid ass shit. I don't know why I blew on it. But yeah. Not again. I'm not doing that. I don't fuck with religions. I'm a spiritual person. I don't need to be told what to do. I just need to be guided. There's a difference between being molded like a fucking cookie or a candle. But I'm not a candle or a cookie. I'm a human being with my own thoughts, perceptions, ideologies, beliefs, etc. I'm not going to say all of them are healthy, but I'm my own individual person. I don't need someone to tell me what I need to do with my life, and that everything I do is a sin, you know. I've already had enough of that. And that's funny, because my parents weren't really enforcing religion, at least 24/7. You know, I would say we have gone to church and like stuff like that, but it wasn't so frequent. And I was baptized Mormon, but then I just left the church because they're assholes. Fucking homophobic, etc. Racist, of course. So yeah. And what bothers me still is, like, I went to Peru. I've lived in Peru a couple times. Oh, it's a blue jay. Just grabbed a little eagle. That was so cute. And I went to a certain place. I think it was Trujillo. I'm not sure. It started with an H. Whatever. It was like a small town in Trujillo, I believe. And, you know, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna try to insult the people, because it's really the colonizers and terrorists' fault. There's a little bug on my phone. That is so cute. It looks kind of... Was that a spider? It looked like a frog, but it looked like a bug, beetle kind of animal. That was cute. That was a shadow. So it was like a beach kind of area. And mind you, it's like this literally globally. Oh my god, a bee. I'm just being visited by everyone today. Actually, I think that is a yellow jacket. That is a yellow jacket. But nonetheless, absolutely stunning. Where the fuck did it go? Oh, it's right there. Oop. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. I don't know if you can see it. It's somewhere. Oh, I didn't mean to scare you. I feel bad. I'm so sorry. That was too aggressive. Should have been a little more gentle. I just got excited. I mean, you're coming back. Hi. Nice to see you. So the beach is like, I don't know, it's just, the whole thing looks, I'm just gonna be honest, it looks ugly, okay? Like, compared to the beaches in Florida, which I don't think having bleached sand is good. I haven't done much research, but it just doesn't sound like it's a good thing, that it's not completely natural. It makes me sick to my stomach just thinking about that. But at least it's like, I feel like it's more taken care of than, for example, Florida, or even here. Like, I went to San Francisco. I think it was called a San Francisco Trail or some shit. They literally have thrown like concrete or like shit that, you know, was no longer necessary for whatever they were building. You know, shit that they just destroyed, and they were like, oh, let me just dump it in the ocean. You know, like they did with the jet fuel in fucking Hawaii, and now their fucking water's contaminated. Yeah. So anyway, beach looks like shit, okay? Florida, sorry. Peru. Culture's been lost. Like, I don't think I saw any indigenous people there. I'm not saying it's completely lost, but not, it's been genocided, okay? It's been colonized, etc. And then, you know, the whole entire fucking town looks poor, like they lack everything. And then, you know what I was passing as we were leaving Trujillo? A huge ass LDS Mormon church that probably costs billions of dollars. Meanwhile, people are hungry in the streets. There was literally homeless people begging for money, doing tricks for money. Meanwhile, these motherfuckers have a whole $1 billion, if not more, building just to indoctrinate us and colonize. They're just terrorists. It's nothing like seeing people homeless or houseless on the street, just begging for scraps. Even like the indigenous population in Hawaii makes up, I think, 50 or not 80 or something % of the houseless population in Hawaii. The very indigenous people of the land. This is the world we live in. That it's okay for the indigenous to be seen as savages and monsters. Meanwhile, they protect the environment and provide everything that we need. I think like 80% of the biodiversity that's protected is protected by the indigenous people. Meanwhile, we haven't been paid our reparations. We're still barely seen. We're told that we're misinforming people and that we're crazy and that we should be nicer and that we should watch our tone. But these churches cost like billions of dollars, okay? Even the one that I've been to in, well, it was Danville as well as San Ramon. Those churches are so huge. Meanwhile, my people are starving, hungry. And one of the members, you know, it was like during the Black Lives Matter protests and shit, which I don't know if they're still happening. I'm not on that side of TikTok anymore. Mostly on indigenous talk. I switched up the algorithm because Maria was like, oh, you should watch something happier. And now my algorithm's changed. But, you know, it's whatever. I'm sure it'll hop back once I download the app again. But, yeah, it was like around 2020, I think. 2019. Maybe 2020. I don't know. My so-called best friend from 6th grade who indoctrinated and colonized me, aka a terrorist, was like, I don't know how it came up, but it was something about the Black Lives Matter shit, and I was just saying, like, yeah, like, you know, certain people don't have the same opportunities as others, and it's just really hard out here, and, you know, a lot of these things need to change for the better for everyone, but especially for, like, melanated folk. Like, this is extremely fucked up, and it's just sad. I didn't say fucked up because they don't curse, but whatever. I don't think I did. And she just looked at me and she's like, well, you know, my parents struggled too, and like, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, she's living in a house. I've lived in multiple places my entire life, maybe at least 30, 40 places my entire life, and I'm only about to turn 19. She's had everything handed to her. She has a house, okay? I'm not gonna say she doesn't go through abuse or whatever, but at least she has somewhat some financial stability. At least that's what it presents to look as. But nonetheless, to lessen someone else's issue and put yours above another's is disrespectful and disgusting, because at least I have the empathy and sympathy and the capacity to try and see through a situation, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm sure her parents fight all the fucking time. Okay, her mom's very insulting and just etc. But that doesn't mean that just because she's been, I don't know, struggled, or her family struggled, doesn't mean that they struggle more or less than others. But that also doesn't mean she gets to put her value or whatever above others, you know, and be like, oh, well, we struggle too, you know. It's just no, the system is built that way. It's built against melanated people, and even so-called light skin, because I don't even like using that term, but, you know, it's noticeable when we have these features. It's noticeable. It's not like we can just hide. You know, there's obviously, I guess you could say white passing, but a lot of us are just racially ambiguous, and we just don't look white. So we can't just, you know, go about our day like nothing. It's a scary world. We don't know if we're gonna get shot at. We don't know if we're just gonna be arrested for existing. That sounded like a cow. We don't know when our last day is. That's how we live. Do you have to fear that? Because I do, every second. Especially when I'm out. This is the world we live in, and it's just, it really does make me sick to my stomach, and it bothers me, you know. Like, I just want to be able to have a good time and sit with myself and just process my emotions without having the fear in the back of my mind that, I don't know, a cop's just gonna come up and be like, yo, what are you doing? Or, I don't know, your spoon looks like a weapon. Like, can you imagine that? Because I'm a martial artist, okay? I've done stick fighting. You know, I've been wanting to, like, stick fight or, like, practice my stick fighting out here at the park, but I just have the fear in the back of my mind, like, what if they think that I look aggressive, or I don't know, whatever, what might go through someone's mind, because this is a public place, but, you know, it's pretty much empty, bro. There's barely anyone here. Like, just like the person gardening, some houseless people, and yeah, you know, that's where I'm at. I love how you moved your car up, as if I wouldn't notice that. Like, you just happen to be here, like, every time I'm here, right? Same with you with the red jacket. Like, I don't come here every day at this, and I've said this before.